Chapter 1. Game of the Gods. Awakener. Lin Chun opened his eyes to burning sunlight. Heat pressed into his skin. Salt filled the air. He pushed himself up slowly from the sand, black messy hair falling over his eyes. His school uniform was torn and covered in dust and seawater. A deserted island. No buildings, no rescue, only ocean. Where am I? Around him, classmates slowly woke up in panic. Group emerges. The first to stand was a tall girl, Zhao Wuxuang. Long black hair with a faint red tint moved in the wind. Athletic build, sharp golden brown eyes. Her posture was straight, controlled. She didn't panic. She observed. Everyone, gather together. Stay calm. Her voice cut through chaos. A second presence stepped forward. Shen Yuyan, their teacher. Late 20s, elegant, long black hair, slightly messy from impact, glasses cracked. Calm gray-brown eyes. Listen to her. Don't scatter. Order briefly formed. System descends. Suddenly, a cold voice echoed in every mind. Welcome to the game of the gods. The air froze. Even the ocean seemed to pause. Survival system activated. Awakening roles initiated. Light burst across selected students. Awakener. Abilities awakened across group. A girl's hands lit with healing energy. Another felt invisible force wrap around her skin. One girl staggered, eyes shaking. Ling Yu, fortune teller. Ling Yu, pale skin, long silver-black hair, light purple eyes. Her vision shattered instantly. Blood, screams, wolves, death. She staggered. Don't go into the forest. No one understood. 51 Anran, barrier user. Li Anran, soft features, warm brown eyes, shoulder-length black hair. A faint, transparent barrier shimmered around her body. She froze in shock. What is this? Lin Wanor, healer. Lin Wana, gentle face, long soft black hair, emotional eyes. Light formed in her hands. A wound closed instantly. She trembled. Lin Chun, marksmanship. Lin Chun blinked. Ability, marksmanship. No fire, no magic. Just precision. He exhaled slowly. Leadership splight. Zhao Wuxuang stepped forward. We move inland. Secure territory and resources. Shen Yuyan responded instantly. No. Shelter first. Water source. Safety structure. 2 leadership styles. Action versus planning. Lin Chun said nothing, but he was watching the forest. Something felt wrong. First threat. The wind shifted. The forest stopped moving. Silence. Then, a low growl. Wind wolves appear. Shadows between trees. Glowing eyes. Then, a burst of compressed wind exploded outward. Branches shattered. Students were thrown back. What is that? Spikeback boar. The ground shook violently. A massive mutated wild boar burst through the forest. Bone-like spikes covered its back. It screamed, then charged. Chaos begins. Wolves attacked from the sides. Wind bursts shattered formation. The spikeback boar tore through the center. Panic spread instantly. Shen Yuyan tried to command, but fear broke structure. Everything slowed in his perception. A wolf inhaled wind gathering. That's the trigger. He moved, a broken branch in hand. Bang. The strike interrupted the wind burst. The boar turned, locked onto him. Zhao Wuxuang moved, but too slow. Lin Chun aimed again. Waited. Bang. The shot redirected its charge. The boar crashed into trees instead of the group. Survival. Barrier shimmered weakly. Healing began. Order slowly returned. Zhao Wuxuang stood breathing heavily. Shen Yuyan regained control. Fall back. Reform. Resource drop. The spikeback boar's body began to dissolve into light. A system glow appeared. Elite monster defeated. First kill bonus activated. Dropped items. Boar meat times 8. Hardened spike bones times 3. Beast core fragment times 1. Everyone froze. It dropped items. Global announcement. Suddenly, a voice echoed across the world. Not just their island. All islands. Global announcement. Game of the gods. First blood achieved. Silence. Island sector A765. First monster defeated. Other survival groups. 0 progress. Zhao Wuxuang's eyes tightened. Shen Yuyan went silent. Multiple islands detected. 12 sectors. Survivors distributed worldwide. Lin Chun's expression darkened slightly. System final message. Only Lin Chun sees it. Congratulations, you level up. 1 to 2. New ability slot unlocking. Then, warning, higher level entity detected. Far in the forest. Something roared back. Deeper. Heavier. Lin Chun stared into the dark forest. This is just the beginning. End of Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Game of the Gods. Awakened hunger. The island. Nightfall. The ocean was no longer calm. Waves slammed against the shore like something beneath the water was breathing too heavily. Inside the forest, broken branches snapped under fast footsteps. Lin Chun stood still. His uniform was torn even more now, but something had changed. A faint glow lingered in his eyes, like the system had noticed him. System notice. First awakening detected. USER. Lin Chun. Class, unknown unstable. Ability, wind trace incomplete. A pressure spread through his body. Not pain, awareness. He could feel it now. The wind wasn't just wind anymore. It had direction, intent, movement. Something was coming. Forest, ED, GE. Movement. Rustle. Rustle. Low growling echoed between the trees. 2 glowing eyes appeared. Then 4. Then more. Spawn. Wind wolves. Thin bodies. Sharp, bone-like fur. Their movements weren't normal. They slid through air currents, like the wind itself was carrying them. 1 steps forward. Then all of them did. Lin Chun exhaled slowly. So this is what the system meant. The wind around him shifted. Not strong, not perfect, but responding. First combat start. A wind wolf lunged. Fast. Too fast for a normal human. But Lin Chun moved anyway. He didn't dodge perfectly. He tilted with the wind. The attack grazed him instead of tearing him apart. His hand tightened. A strange pull formed in the air beside him. Like something invisible was being dragged into shape. Ability activation. Wind trace incomplete. A blade of compressed air formed and snable, flickering, but real. Lin Chun struck. The wind blade cut across the wolf's side. It didn't kill it instantly, but it made it bleed light. The creature howled. Then the forest answered. More wolves moved in, surrounding him. Not attacking randomly anymore. They were learning. Lin Chun realized something cold. They adapt. System notice. Survival condition updated. Enemies. Adaptive pack entity detected. Reward for survival. Unknown. 1 wolf crouched low. Then, it didn't attack Lin Chun. It looked past him. Into the forest behind. Something bigger was there. Something the wolves feared. A low sound rolled through the trees. Not a growl. Not an animal. A presence. Lin Chun tightened his grip on the unstable wind blade. This island isn't just a test. The wind shifted again, but this time, it didn't feel like it was helping him. It felt like it was warning him. The hunter in the dark completed. Night covered the island completely. The wind wolves that surrounded Lin Chun suddenly backed away, whining, fear in their glowing eyes. Even predators knew something worse had arrived. The forest became silent, too silent. Then, thud. A massive footprint pressed into the earth beyond the trees. Another, then another. Branches snapped like twigs. Lin Chun tightened his unstable wind blade. Boss monster. System notice. Area boss has awakened. Name, Fangor, the Night Devourer. Rank, Bronze Elite. Warning, survival probability below 3%. The trees exploded outward. A gigantic beast stepped into the moonlight. A wolf, fused with a boar. Black fur plated with bone armor. Tusks curved like blades. Eyes burning crimson. Its breath alone shook the sand. The wind wolves lowered themselves instantly. Their king had arrived. A scream cut through the silence. Help, help us. Lin Chun turned. 3 students burst from the forest, bleeding, terrified. Fangor looked at them, then smiled. It moved. No warning, no build-up. 1 second standing still. Next second, it was already there. Splash. Blood painted the moonlit beach. 2 bodies dropped. The third froze, shaking, eyes wide. Please. Fangor opened its jaws. Crunch. Silence returned. Lin Chun's grip tightened. Too fast. For the first time since arriving, he felt it. Fear. Real fear. System notice. Emergency hidden quest triggered. Objective, kill Fangor. Reward, rare class evolution. Penalty for failure. Entire beach zone exterminated. Lin Chun stared at the monster. Then, he stepped forward. Everyone else ran. He alone advanced. Wind began to spiral around him. Wild, unstable, violent. His power wasn't just activating. It was breaking its limits. Fangor lowered its head. The sand beneath it cracked. A low growl vibrated through the air. Then, they moved. Lin Chun dashed forward, wind bursting beneath his feet. Faster than before. Sharper. He swung. A compressed blade of air sliced toward Fangor's neck. Curl, A-N-G. Sparks exploded. The attack barely scratched its bone armor. So tough. Fangor countered instantly. Its claw tore through the air. Lin Chun barely twisted aside. Boom. The ground behind him exploded. He was blown back, rolling across the sand. Blood trickled from his lips. I can't win like this. Fangor didn't chase. It walked forward slowly, confident, like a predator toying with prey. Lin Chun exhaled slowly. Wind gathered again, but this time, he didn't try to control it. He let it go wild. Then, I'll gamble everything. System warning. Skill instability, exceeding safe threshold. System warning. Body damage increasing. Wind erupted violently around him. Blades forming, breaking, reforming. Unstable, dangerous, but stronger. Fangor's eyes narrowed. For the first time, it sensed something. A shift. Lin Chun raised his arm. Wind condensed, not into a blade, but into a spinning sphere of compressed air, shrieking, distorting the air around it. Let's see if you can take this. He vanished. Boom! A violent explosion of wind tore across the beach. Sand blasted into the sky. Trees snapped in the distance. The shockwave forced even the wind wolves to retreat further. Silence followed. Smoke. Dust. Then, a massive shadow stepped out. Fangor, injured. A deep crack ran across its bone armor. Blood dripped slowly, but its eyes burned brighter than ever. Lin Chun's heart dropped. "You're kidding me," Fangor roared, a roar that shook the entire island. System notice boss in rage state activated. Its body expanded. Muscles bulged. Aura exploded outward. The pressure alone forced Lin Chun to one knee. So there is a boss monster. He wiped the blood from his mouth, then smiled faintly. Good. He stood again. Wind howled violently around him, unstable, breaking apart his own skin, but his eyes were sharper than ever. "No running now," the monster roared. The boy stepped forward. Under the moonlight, Hunter and Prey switched places. "Let's see if you can take this." He vanished. Boom! A violent explosion of wind tore across the beach. Sand blasted into the sky. Trees snapped in the distance. The shockwave forced even the windwolves to retreat further. Silence followed. Smoke, dust. Then a massive shadow stepped out. Fangor, injured. A deep crack ran across its bone armor. Blood dripped slowly, but its eyes burned brighter than ever. Lin Chun's heart dropped. "You're kidding me," Fangor roared, a roar that shook the entire island. System notice boss in rage state activated. Its body expanded. Muscles bulged. Aura exploded outward. The pressure alone forced Lin Chun to one knee. So there is a boss monster. He wiped the blood from his mouth, then smiled faintly. Good. He stood again. Wind howled violently around him, unstable, breaking apart his own skin, but his eyes were sharper than ever. "No running now," the monster roared. The boy stepped forward. Under the moonlight, Hunter and Prey switched places. Chapter 4. Game of the Gods. Devour or be devoured. The beach trembled. Fangor's roar ripped through the night like thunder. System notice. Boss enraged state activated. Its body swelled. Muscles expanding, bone armor thickening, crimson veins pulsing beneath its skin. The air grew heavy, oppressive. Lin Chun dropped to one knee. G.H. It felt like the world itself was pressing down on him. His unstable wind aura flickered violently, breaking apart, reforming, then breaking again. Fangor stepped forward slowly. Each step, boom, cracked the earth beneath it. This wasn't a fight anymore. This was execution. Death approaches. In an instant, Fangor vanished. Lin Chun's eyes widened. Too late. Slash. A claw tore across his chest. Blood sprayed. His body was sent flying. Crash. He slammed into a broken tree, coughing violently. "I can't." His vision blurred. His arms trembled. The wind around him was fading. Fangor approached again. Slow. Certain. Like a king walking toward a corpse. So this is it. For the first time, Lin Chun thought about dying. System error. System notice. Host vital signs critical. System notice. Hidden condition met. System notice. Class potential exceeding limits. Lin Chun's eyes flickered. What? The wind around him didn't disappear. It changed. It became sharper, colder, more violent, like a storm on the verge of collapse. Awakening. System notice. Unique condition achieved. Survival against impossible odds. System notice. Class evolution available. System prompt. Do you wish to evolve your class? Lin Chun stared at the message, then laughed weakly. You're asking now. Fangor lunged, death closing in. Lin Chun's eyes snapped open. Yes. Ulusian. Everything went silent. Then, boom. A violent cyclone exploded outward from Lin Chun's body. The sand lifted into the sky. Trees bent violently. Even Fangor was forced back a step. System notice. Class evolution complete. New class, Storm Marksman. Attribute increase. Agility plus strength plus perception. Skill acquired. Wind domain incomplete. Skill acquired. Compressed burst. Lin Chun slowly stood up. Blood still dripped from his body, but his presence had completely changed. The air around him twisted unnaturally. Wind no longer flowed randomly. It obeyed him. The hunter changes. Fangor growled. For the first time, it hesitated. Lin Chun raised his hand. The wind condensed instantly. Not unstable anymore. Perfect. Deadly. My turn. He stepped forward. Then vanished. Counter-attack. Fangor reacted, but too slow. Lin Chun appeared above it. Mid-air. Wind spiraling around his arm like a drill. Compressed burst. He slammed it down. Boom! A concentrated explosion pierced Fangor's armor. This time, it broke. Crack. The bone plating shattered. Blood exploded outward. Fangor roared in pain. Real pain. Phase break. System notice. Boss HP reduced to 30%. System notice. Hidden phase triggered. Fangor's body began mutating. Its muscles twisted. Its bones cracked. Its eyes turned completely black. Madness. Pure destruction. So you've got another form. Lin Chun smirked. Wind howled violently around him. Good. Final clash begins. Fangor charged. A blur of destruction. Lin Chun stepped forward. Calm. Precise. The storm followed him. The beach split apart as both forces collided. Monster versus awakened hunter. Power versus control. Devourer versus storm. System notice. Final sequence initiated. Ending scene. From the distance, her surviving students watched in horror. Is that Lin Chun? They couldn't recognize him anymore. He no longer looked like prey. Under the moonlight, he looked like something else entirely. Chapter 5. Game of the Gods. The battlefield was no longer a beach. It was a wasteland. Cracked earth. Broken trees. Blood soaking the sand. At the center, Lin Chun and Fangor. Both standing. Both monsters. Final clash. Fangor moved first. A blur of black destruction. The ground shattered beneath its charge. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Chun didn't move. Wind spiraled calmly around him. Controlled. Silent. At the last second, he stepped. Just one step. Fangor's claws tore past him. Too slow. Lin Chun vanished. Storm domain. System notice. Wind domain incomplete activated. The air changed. Everything within a 20-meter radius belonged to him. Fangor turned. Too late. Blades of compressed wind appeared from every direction. Shrug, 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 shrug. They sliced into its body, cutting, piercing, destroying. Fangor roared in rage, but it couldn't escape. It was trapped. Inside the storm. The desperation. System notice. Boss HP, 10%. Fangor's body began to collapse. Then suddenly, it stopped. Its chest expanded violently. Its mouth opened. Energy condensed inside. Self-destruct? Lin Chun's eyes sharpened. No. He raised his hand. Wind gathered. Not wildly. Perfectly. The finisher. Compressed. Burst. But this time, it wasn't small. It wasn't unstable. It was massive. A spear of rotating air. Condensed to its absolute limit. The space around it distorted. Even the ground began to crack. Fangor fired first. A beam of destructive energy tore forward. Lin Chun stepped into it, head on. Too late. He thrust forward. Impact. Bulawum. The entire beach exploded. Wind collided with destruction. Energy tore the night apart. A pillar of force shot into the sky. For a moment, everything disappeared. Silence. The storm faded. The dust settled. The moonlight returned. A figure stood, alone. Lin Chun, breathing heavily, covered in blood, still standing. In front of him, Fangor, frozen. Then, crack. Its body split apart, slowly, then collapsed into the sand. Dead. World shock. For 1 second, nothing happened. Then, global system announcement. First player to kill a bronze elite boss. Name, Lin Chun. Reward granted. Across the island, every survivor froze. Lin Chun? Who is that? Fear. Shock. Awe. A name. Was born. Loot drop. Golden light burst from Fangor's corpse. Items scattered onto the ground. System notice. You have obtained Fangor Core Rare. Bone armor fragment elite material. Skullbook. Wind step. 1000 survival points. Lin Chun stared at the items, then at the sky. So this is how the game works. The shift. Behind whom? The surviving students slowly approached, hesitant, afraid. Qingtran. They looked at him differently now. Not as a classmate, not as a normal person, but as something else. Something above them. Lin Chun didn't turn around. The wind moved gently around him. Calm now. Silent, but dangerous. Final line. If this is a game. He picked up the glowing core. Focused. Then, I'll be the one who clears it.